135 division. So, what do you think about Shakur Stevenson entering this 135 division? You know?
He be, Will Stevenson, he's a good little fighter. Fast, he'll power, he'll pop two punches. But as long as you don't see Tank, you're all right.
Mm.
Him and Devin Haney will be a great fight. Davis should be for him though. Everybody else in the division, he cleans out.
So basically, Tank is the king of the 135 division. No one's touching him.
Oh, no, I don't see it right now.
James Lights Out Toney, one of my favorite fighters of all time. Doesn't mean I agree with everything he says. Shakur Stevenson has not had a fight at 135 yet. I get it. But how many legitimately 135 pounders have Gervonta Davis faced, even though he's campaigning at 135? Even the Ryan Garcia fight, if it happens, will be at 136. So what makes him the king of 135 when he's not even fighting guys at 135? And not just that, Devin Haney has all the belts. And I get it. Gervonta Davis, from the eye test, talent-wise, is one of the top 135 pounders in the game. But he's not the king at 135. And a matter of fact, he's not even feared. Everybody wants to smoke. So for what Toney is saying, Shakur Stevenson could beat everybody at 135. The only exception is Gervonta Davis, because Shakur Stevenson does not have power. And like I said before, I respect Toney's opinion or anybody else's opinion. But I think Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, fighters like that give Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis problems because they depend on power. And these guys are master boxers. So I think it's very possible a fighter like Shakur Stevenson can very well clean out 135, and that's including Tank, because at the end, power alone does not get it done. Skills pay the bills. And Toney should know that.
Because I know
I got to give him a
he took some tips with you when he fought Canelo. Am I right?
Yeah, but he ain't listen. If you don't listen, it won't work. He was doing good for a little bit, but then boom. So
what was that advice that you was giving him?
Huh?
What was that advice you gave?
I was telling him how to fight the big guy. You know what I'm saying? If he would do what I told him to do, it'd be easy. Canelo fights one way. And everybody think he's a diamond fighter. He's not, man, the guy's garbage. Canelo couldn't even keep my gym shoes.
If you couldn't hear what James Toney was saying, he was saying Canelo's garbage, he fights one way, and he could not clean my gym shoes. Again, James Toney is an all-time great, but I disagree with him when it comes to Canelo being garbage. Now, I do agree with him, the fights, boxing was better in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s. It's watered down. We didn't have you on this side of the street and I'm on this side of the street, so the fight will not happen. It wasn't like that back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. With all those things going on in boxing, Canelo is one of the best in this era, and he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. I think the funny thing about James Toney's analysis is when he talks about Gervonta Davis, he's a king at 135 and hasn't won a belt there yet. Got a little French fry belt. Canelo's been undisputed, 4-weight champion, and he's trash. And like I said, I have to repeat myself because we got these fanboys on here. James Toney is one of my favorite fighters of all time, but he sounds a little jealous, or his analysis is a little biased. Boxing was better back then, competition was better back then, but you cannot doo-doo on Canelo's accomplishments or praise Gervonta Davis on something that he hasn't accomplished at 135. I mean, Devin Haney's undisputed at 135. Gervonta Davis has won nothing. Let's just say he has the potential to be king at 135. I'm not crowning him yet. Anyway, leave your thoughts and comments below. JBZ, I'm gone.